Hey there guys, Andrew Baxter here, and just to share with you in regards to markets and looking at some of the powerful performances that we've seen out of equities in the last period of months. I was trading the US market last night, and it was great to see once again the market holding 18,000 as measured by the Dow, around about 5,000 points as measured on the Nasdaq, and around 1,200 points on the Russell. And they're all round figure amounts, which is always quite interesting, but more importantly, they're very, very strong performances over the last 12 months or so. And it got me to thinking. I actually was speaking at an event about a year or so ago now, and a number of the speakers were doomsayers, expecting markets to crash. One predicted that the Dow would be at 6,000 points and the world was about to end. And the reality is that simply hasn't happened, and it reflects two or three key things as to why. Firstly, markets are optimistic by their very nature in terms of the people that are involved with markets and the way that they behave. Secondly, there's a lot of liquidity out there, but thirdly, where else can you put your money? Cash is just simply not an alternative that's viable. What are you getting, 1% in the US or around 2% in Australia? Just simply not viable. And when you compare that to looking at the performance of the S&P, around about 12.5% over 12 months, which is with the Dow 12.5% over that 12-month period. The S&P even stronger, just up to 13%. It's just been very, very strong. Have you been getting your share of that? Because here's the thing, when the doomsayers come out and say markets are about to crash, people run for the hills, buy canned food, and go and bunker down for the worst. And the reality is their predictions simply have not materialized. And so there's a cost associated with following that advice, and that is missed opportunity to the tune of 10, 12, maybe 15% return on your portfolio. That's 15% you're not going to get back. And of course, one day, someday, those predictions may come true. They often say a broken watch is even right twice a day. But the reality is they haven't been to date. And following advice to stay on the sidelines and stay away from markets has proven to be very, very costly for investors. Take the US market, more than doubled since the GFC, and being out of the market is a huge, huge missed opportunity. That said, if you're going to be involved, having the skills to be involved in a more successful way is very important. Getting educated, having a process, and really having good quality risk management are three core parts of that. We're not worried about what the 1, 2, 3, 5 or 10 year forecast is. We're just looking at the next 4 to 6 weeks and taking care of business through there. On that note, within the US, we've got our earnings season coming up over the next week or so, and that may well see the beginning of some more volatility in markets. Now, again, bear in mind that volatility is not a bad thing when you have a strategy that's designed to manage that. Closer to home here in the Australian market, we've seen 12-month performance around about 7.5% as measured by the ASX 200. So again, positive returns, and not being exposed to those assets, not being in those markets is costing investors money. The question is, are you in or are you out? And if you're serious about wanting to make money, you need to be in the market, but you don't just simply need to be in the market. You need to be in the market with a game plan that is going to help you become more consistent and manage risk on the way through. That's where peace of mind comes, that security of being, having an element of control. And that's what successful investing is all about. Sitting on the sidelines scared can be a good place when you don't know what to do. So take the opportunity to learn what you should be doing and get yourself empowered and get your slice of the pie, the profit pie that's been out there. Irrespective of what you think the headlines may have said, markets have gone up and they will continue to go up, and you need to be earning your slice of that particular cake. Plenty of resources available. Follow the links, andrewbaxter.com.au. Register, get on our blog, follow what we do, and it will be our privilege to be your coach, guide, and mentor on this journey into successfully investing markets. But bear in mind one thing, sitting on the sidelines and being scared about a forecast or a prediction that as yet hasn't come true is costing you money right now. Don't let it cost you another cent. Take affirmative action, upskill, and we'd love to help you.